The Red Sea, a vital artery of global trade, is once again making headlines, but not for its scenic beauty. Instead, it's gripped by a deepening crisis. For months, Yemen's Houthi rebels have launched increasingly sophisticated and daring attacks on commercial shipping, turning a critical waterway into a flashpoint of international tension. What began as a response to the Gaza conflict has escalated dramatically, threatening global supply chains, driving up costs, and drawing major naval powers into a precarious standoff. Is the situation spiraling out of control? Have the Houthi attacks truly gotten worse? And what does this mean for the global economy and regional stability? Join us as we unpack the complexities of the Red Sea chaos, its origins, its impact, and the potential paths forward. To understand the gravity of these attacks, we must first grasp the Red Sea's immense strategic importance. Connecting the Suez Canal in the north to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in the south, it serves as a critical maritime highway between Europe and Asia. Over 12% of global trade, including a significant portion of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas, passes through these waters annually. It's a lifeline for economies worldwide, shortening shipping routes and reducing costs. Any disruption here has ripple effects across continents, impacting everything from energy prices to the availability of consumer goods. This narrow passage is not just a waterway, it's an economic artery whose constriction sends shockwaves through the global system. Now, let's turn our attention to the group at the center of this crisis, the Houthis, officially known as Ansar Allah. Originating from northern Yemen, this Zaidi Shia political and armed movement rose to prominence during the Yemeni civil war, seizing the capital Sana'a in 2014. Their motto, "God is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews, victory to Islam," reflects their anti-Western, anti-Israeli ideology. Widely supported and allegedly armed by Iran, they control vast swaths of Yemen's territory and possess a significant arsenal of drones, ballistic missiles, and anti-ship weaponry. Their current attacks in the Red Sea are framed as solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza, positioning themselves as a regional force against perceived Western and Israeli aggression. The Houthi attacks began subtly in late 2023, primarily targeting vessels they claimed were linked to Israel. However, the scope quickly broadened. Initially, these were warning shots, but they rapidly escalated to direct hits using drones, anti-ship ballistic missiles, and even commandeered helicopters. We've seen vessels like the Galaxy Leader hijacked and others severely damaged, forcing crews to abandon ship. As of early 2024, the frequency and sophistication of these assaults have intensified, impacting non-Israeli flagged ships and prompting many shipping companies to divert their routes entirely. This escalation represents a significant shift from symbolic gestures to a genuine and sustained threat to maritime commerce. In response to this growing menace, the international community, led by the United States, launched Operation Prosperity Guardian in December 2023. This multinational naval task force aims to protect Red Sea shipping and deter Houthi aggression. Several countries, including the UK, France, and Canada, have contributed assets or support. In response to this growing menace, the international community, led by the United States, launched Operation Prosperity Guardian in December 2023. This multinational naval task force aims to protect Red Sea shipping and deter Houthi aggression. Several countries, including the UK, France, and Canada, have contributed assets or support. However, despite naval patrols and defensive actions, the Houthis have continued their attacks, demonstrating resilience and an ability to adapt. The challenge is immense, protecting hundreds of ships daily across a vast waterway while avoiding direct military escalation that could ignite a wider regional conflict. The coalition faces a delicate balancing act, trying to restore security without pouring more fuel on the fire of Middle Eastern tensions. The impact on the global economy has been immediate and significant, with many shipping companies, including major players like Maersk and MSC, rerouting their vessels around the Cape of Good Hope. Transit times between Asia and Europe have increased by 10 to 14 days. This longer journey means higher fuel costs, increased insurance premiums, and a shortage of available ships, leading to a surge in shipping container prices. Some reports indicate a 300% rise on certain routes. Consumers are likely to face higher prices and potential delays for goods ranging from electronics to clothing. This isn't just a Red Sea problem, it's a global economic headache, adding inflationary pressure and disrupting tightly managed supply chains already recovering from the pandemic. Beyond the immediate economic fallout, the Red Sea crisis has profound regional implications. It directly links to the broader power struggle between Iran and its regional adversaries. Iran's alleged support for the Houthis is seen by many as a proxy strategy to exert influence and challenge maritime security in a critical region. This tit-for-tat dynamic creates a perilous environment where a miscalculation could quickly ignite a wider conflict involving global powers. Neighboring states are watching with trepidation, concerned about the stability of their own shipping lanes and the potential for spillover. The Red Sea is not an isolated incident. It's a symptom of a deeply interconnected and volatile Middle East. While the world focuses on shipping lanes, it's crucial not to forget the devastating humanitarian crisis within Yemen itself, often overshadowed by the Red Sea attacks. Years of civil war have left the country on the brink of collapse. The UN estimates that 21.6 million people, two-thirds of Yemen's population, require humanitarian assistance and protection. Famine, disease, and displacement are widespread. The Houthis' actions in the Red Sea, while drawing international attention, paradoxically complicate efforts to deliver aid to a population already suffering immensely. Any escalation of conflict in the region could further exacerbate this catastrophe, making life even more unbearable for millions already in dire straits. This human tragedy remains a critical, often ignored backdrop to the Red Sea saga. So, have the Houthi attacks gotten worse? Unequivocally, yes. From targeted warnings to sustained assaults impacting global commerce, the situation has escalated, proving their intent and capability to disrupt. The Red Sea crisis is a complex tapestry woven with geopolitical rivalries, economic vulnerabilities, and a humanitarian tragedy. De-escalation requires a multifaceted approach: robust maritime defense, sustained diplomatic pressure, and crucially, addressing the underlying political tensions in the broader Middle East. The stakes are incredibly high: global economic stability, regional peace, and the lives of millions. As we move forward, the world watches to see if diplomacy and deterrence can navigate this treacherous path, or if the Red Sea chaos will drag us further into an unpredictable future. What are your thoughts on this complex situation?